Hello, guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and I'm gonna pull up my question sheet. Would you like to interview, or not interview yourself? Oh my God. I feel like let's see here. I feel like my base is gonna question my streaming abilities after I literally said, why would you want to share a saw in half?
Oh my God.
But that's beside the point. What do you want to introduce yourself before I make another misspeak?
Okay, hello. My name is Mr. Busta.
Make sure you include pronouns.
Yes, he, him, he, him, I guess. Yep.
You're totally not a they, are you?
What?
You're totally not a they, them, are you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm a he,
him. Just kidding.
I know.
Oh, man. Let's see here. And then, do you have a wrench on my channel?
Do I have a what? Sorry?
A wrench. A mod.
Wrench?
Wrench.
Oh.
A blue wrench thingy.
No, I thought you said ranch. No, I don't think I have a wrench.
Why don't you shoot over your channel link to me then, so that I can shoot your channel link in my chat. But in case my base doesn't know you, you are Mr. Booster.
I am Mr. Busta. Yes,
you're known for maybe or maybe not dating a cardboard snowman.
Okay. Next topic.
Okay, right, okay, just kidding.
You're fine. All right.
So, I just had to. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you did. Definitely had to. Alright, I sent you my channel link, by
Thank
the way.
you. Mr. Boosta, where him and his cardboard snowman do skits together.
I do skits with my cardboard snowman.
Like a loving, okay.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and post, so that's Mr. Boosta's channel. And then, so that knocked out the first three preset questions. Just so you guys, so yes, this is a second episode on animation, but this isn't going to be my thoughts on it. It is going to be my thoughts, or Mr. Boosta's thoughts on animation.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And then so, if you have any questions for Mr. Boosta about animation, I do not care if you used the same exact question that you asked me during my episode, but, like, please go ahead and put them in the, not comments, the live chat, and then go ahead and, at Rebellious Pastry, or put a donut symbol at the end. And yeah, so you can feel free to ask questions at any time, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait to read them until all of the preset ones are asked. So I'm basically gonna scroll all the way back up and read the questions after I am done with the preset ones.
Okay.
And then, so what is your hobby?
My hobby is...
You remember these questions from last episode, I bet.
Yes, I do. It is animation and drawing, but mostly animation. So
yeah, I personally like to put drawing and animation on separate episodes, just because, like, one, more episodes, and two, I feel like the thinking's a little different if you draw to animate versus just draw to draw.
Yeah, it's different in many ways. It may seem like the same, but it's not that similar.
Yeah. Depending, and it also depends on, like, what you're using too.
Yes.
But Um, why do I have two tabs of the question sheet up? All right, I don't even know
Okay.
anymore. So how long have you been doing animation?
How long have I been doing animation? I'm gonna have to think back here. So I started in 2019, and I think October. So that was like I think almost 4 years ago. This coming this coming October 2023. So about 3.5 years.
Um, that wow. I started like a year after, I think. But then again, I literally spent an entire year on character design, so yeah.
I I just went after it, to be honest.
The reason for me is getting the equipment. The reason why I started a year later is just like getting my equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took extra time to figure out what I wanted to use. But
hmm
so let's see here. So how did you find it? How did you
How did I
find
find it?
animation?
So, like my animation software that I
No,
use,
like
or
the hobby of animation. Sorry.
oh, just the hobby.
Sorry for the not
I
clarifying, but continue.
mostly you're fine. So during 2019, I watched a lot of Shocker, Odd Ones Out, and Jane animations. Um, but I started watching a lot of their videos, and I never really started to animate because I didn't know how to. Until my friend Tucker decided to like introduce me to like how to animate and like what software to use. And the software that I used was Flip-a-Clip, and that's what I still use to this day. Um, so yeah, it was basically my friend combined with YouTubers that I watched.
That's cool. So he
Yeah,
actually taught you how to do the animation?
a little bit. Yeah,
Um I was completely self-taught
that is
by YouTube
yeah.
videos.
I I was a bit self-taught by YouTube. Like I learned how to animate from him, like the basics, but then I learned like the principles of animation, like how to animate mostly from YouTube and like teaching myself the ways.
But yeah, and then so why are you interested in it? Slash why do you do it?
The reason why I do it is one, I just enjoy it. It's just pretty like fun and relaxing to do. And also that's what I do for a job, so to speak, for YouTube. Um and I just find that really I don't know why. It's just like really fun to do. And I've always loved to draw. And it's also it brings out my creativity a lot. So that's what I also like about it.
Mhm. Um how much does it cost? Yes, this includes the price of everything you use, including your computer. Because I'm
How
that
much
type.
does it cost?
So, like, if you were to just wake up one day with none of the equipment required, um, who is the panelist? This is Mista Boosta. I think you've
Hello.
seen him in stuff before, but so this includes like everything you use. Let's say you wake up one day with nothing no equipment at all, and you're like, "Hey, I want to start animation."
Okay. So the animation that I use is basically I have an iPad and an Apple Pencil. That's about it for the animation I use, but there's tons more types of like animation, as you know, like tablets, like computer animation with like mouse
Oh
and
yeah. I'm
but for the
asking
stuff that
for your
oh,
stuff for how much
okay.
your stuff costs.
So for my stuff, I have an iPad which I think costs around like 400 maybe $500. I'm not too sure. But
So like
yeah, that
your
costs around like
so like your iPad Gen, I don't know.
It's a iPad Air.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a
Yeah.
regular iPad Gen for whatever reason. But continue.
But yeah, I have an iPad, and I used to animate with just my finger. And to be honest, that would be it would be really weird if I just kept on animating with my finger up until now. But during 2020, I got an Apple Pencil, which I think costs around like $300. So it's pretty expensive to get everything you need.
I forgot. So you say that the way you do it costs, and then did you pay anything for Flip a Clip?
I did actually pay something for Flip a Clip, but you don't need it. It's a little thing that gives you bonus features, and you can. It basically gives you like more layers. Like if you don't know what layers are, it's like the layers behind the animation. I don't want to go fully in depth with it, but basically
I'm gonna have
it
you
gives.
go fully in depth with it later. But
Okay
anyway,
then.
continue. Continue.
I basically I paid like I think $10 for the Flip a Clip Premium, which basically gives you like more features, which I think is just like a few random things that I wanted to get.
Was
But yeah,
was there a frame limit the with the free Flip a Clip?
I think the frame limit was like 4. I think it was 4,
Wait,
but
four
now I can get it to like
frames?
10.
Wait, four oh.
4 frame.
Wait, is that
Yeah,
frames
4
per
frames.
4 frames?
Oh no, I mean no, not frames. What am I saying? Layers, not
Okay.
frames.
I'm like, wait a minute. How is one
I don't.
supposed to
You
wait,
can't.
so
You
is
can't.
that like 10 seconds per frame or something?
I don't really know. But no, it's not frames. It's layers.
Do you remember what an animation frame is?
Maybe I don't know.
Was there a frame limit with the with the
To be honest, I
yeah?
don't know because I don't really do many long animations. But if I had to guess, it'd probably be like maybe 10,000, maybe 5,000. But I've never gone so far to see that.
Yeah, so in general, my the amount of frames I use per video, I am a vector animator, but the amount of frames I use per video is like 4 to 5,000, sometimes even closer to 6,000.
For me, I usually animate around like 12 FPS.
Um,
And like the max I would ever go to was like 2,000 or 3,000.
for whatever reason, I personally, I for whatever reason, Moho doesn't give me like FPS. I just have to go ahead and like figure out how many frames I need for the um. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have you explain shit later. Don't you worry.
Okay,
Um.
got it.
So, um, do you make any money off of it?
Uh, Here's the sad thing. No, I do not make any money off of it.
This
The reason I
includes
don't-
YouTube income. This includes
Yes, this does include YouTube income, but I don't make money off YouTube because I am not in the partner program yet.
watch time.
Watch time, yeah, it's watch time and short views and stuff like that. But yeah, but basically, I don't really make any money off it. The only money that I could make off it was like in like a contest or something like that, or just like some kind of source of income that like was like a contest or something like that.
So,
But
like-
I've never really entered in those.
So like money contest. Yeah.
Yeah, and also someone could pay me to animate a video or something like
So-
that. But
Commissions.
Yeah, commissions, but also like if a YouTuber, like a gaming YouTuber, doesn't know how to animate, then they can just like ask me and pay me.
Or
But
if
I don't really do that
or
stuff.
if uh um or if I were to break my wrist like Tass did, I'd
Yeah,
probably pay you to animate at that point if I broke my wrist.
yeah,
Oh my
that
god.
would not be good.
Yeah. But luckily I'm not out there breaking my wrist. So
Yep.
platonically love you, Tass, but honestly, it's the second time he broke his wrist in the history of the channel.
Oh
The
God, that
animation
must suck.
station. The animation station. And this time is worse
You think he's watching right
apparently.
now?
He likes to go ahead and come back later, or like he tends, if he can't make it live, then he watches back, then he watches it more as a podcast after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying that because like yeah, um and then did I already ask you if you had plans to?
No, you did not ask me that.
Okay,
But
then do you have plans to
no, I do not really have plans. But
make money?
my my
To make
my
money.
main plan, yeah, yes, my plan to make money is probably YouTube, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Um, but I I would like do I would animate for people for like other YouTubers if they paid me, but I don't I don't really know my plan right now.
But yeah, so like your plan to make money off of your animations is mostly like ad revenue,
Yeah, that's mostly my plan.
which yeah, honestly, like out of all like um types of YouTube genres, animation is the least likely of or like the
Oh, most
is
definitely.
least likely. Okay. Yeah.
Most definitely.
So
Animation is hard.
yeah. Um but yeah. I'm just wanting to people keep that in mind. And now this is the question that made me die inside when I answered this on my reverse episode. Want to guess what it is?
No, I don't really know what it is. I'm gonna be honest.
How many hours a week do you spend on animation on average?
Ooh, this is gonna be amazing.
That's why he said it like that.
All right. So, how many hours?
On average.
It depends. On average, I would say about. I usually spend at least like 2 hours a day animating something, just something or anything. And if for a week, that would be 14 hours. So 14 hours of my week wasted on animation.
Wasted?
No, I wouldn't say wasted. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Spent.
Okay. You're saying you're wasting your time on animation? You better not be
No, I'm not
animating
wasting
then.
my time. I'm not wasting my time.
But yeah. I just had to give you a little bit of crap for that.
Yeah.
But yeah. If I ever weren't to give crap, then I feel like you wouldn't feel platonically loved. But yeah. That's just how I am, you know? Kind of have to make this show entertaining.
Yep.
Somehow. Okay, this is another one that's gonna feel like a personal insult. When it comes to like animation. How easy is it to have other hobbies?
Okay.
Yeah, I was mostly roasting myself when I created these questions.
Okay, so the thing is, it depends on what kind of animation you're doing. If you're doing something like Nate is doing, like a whole show, or like Animator Brawl or something like that, then you're not gonna have any other hobbies. You're just gonna be stuck in that. But if you do stuff kind of like me or you, where you're doing like story time animation or just random like animations that are small and easy to take care of, then like those are fine. You can have other hobbies, but it's hard to have other hobbies when you're animating something huge like a series.
Yeah. I personally said it was impossible when I did mine. But yeah. And I guess part of it is how seriously do you take animation?
Yeah. Uh I don't really take it that seriously to the point where I stress over it. But if I have like a deadline for something, then I will kind of stress over it because, you know, I can't, it's hard.
Yeah. Um I feel like having a constant rhythm tends to help in general, just like having like a rhythm of like um and like having things being consistent helps. Do you
Yeah,
agree?
I agree. Yeah, I do agree.
Um and then um is that it for that question?
I think that's it for that question. Yes.
Um okay. Is it a social hobby?
It's a social hobby. You mean like can you meet a lot of people by doing it?
So like what I mean by a social hobby is like how easy is it to do it with others?
Okay, so basically how easy it is to do with others is
I
I'd
would
say it's
I would personally say
sorry.
so like my answer for this would be like it's pretty impossible because you're just sitting at your desk.
Yeah, but like here's another thing. If you do like a collab, it's not that bad. It's also like it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to do with other people. It can get hard if it's something like big, but uh it's not that hard if you make it easy on yourself.
Yeah. Um so how easy is it for you to do collabs?
Well, it depends on what kind of collab it is. If it's like story time animation collab that goes like be like a very long time, then I to be honest, it's pretty hard for me to do that. But if it's like a small little like voiceover lines just for like something, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I understand how collaboration for storytime animation would be difficult. Literally, I literally kind of sweat over every collaboration I do because I'm like, what if the person I'm collabing with doesn't get their lines in on time? Ah.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Like, do you ever sweat that people aren't gonna get stuff like map pieces and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
somebody did that one time. I don't know if you know this, but I made a channel trip. You know the channel trailer I made
Yeah,
for YouTube.
you never asked me for lines for that.
I I asked three people, no, four people.
That's fair.
Uh, three of them were actually in the video, but one of them, uh, he lives on the other side of the world, so it was kind of hard for that to for communication. So he never sent in his lines, and I kept on reminding him, but I decided to cut him out of the video because he just wouldn't send his lines, and it was getting a bit annoying. But I forgive him.
Yeah. Um, and then I also yeah. Um, so this is just gonna be like a part of just like a clarifying question, but like, um, as far as like is it easy? So like, do you tend to have like a how many times a week you post like um standard?
For a
Like I
standard,
said, like I personally post like once a week, and not all of those are animation.
yeah, for my standard, I would go with like one video a week. Mostly because then you don't want to burn yourself out because that's just not fun at all. Uh,
Of course. My goodness gracious. Continue.
yes, burnout is terrible. but I usually go for like 1 to 2 videos a week. Not all of them being animation because I'm a bit of a variety channel. I do a whole bunch of other stuff as well aside from animation. But it's I usually go for 1 to 2 videos a week.
Okay, that's fair. And then how many animations a month?
How many animations a month? To be honest, it all kind of depends on what kind of animation it is. But I'd say probably like 4, maybe 5 a month. Like one for every week.
And then
Uh,
you do more like shorts than long
yeah,
forms.
I do more shorts just to like kind of get my viewer boost up.
Yeah. I've been starting to do that too, but I've been
Yeah,
mostly
I've
doing
seen.
edits, but I just mostly like use them for like views. Like my sole purpose of the channel is storytime animation. But animation takes so long, it's like can I go ahead and double dip some of what I'm doing into other things?
Yeah.
So that's where those edits came from. But yeah, um so how has animation helped you? You can take this in whatever direction you want.
How's animation help me? It's definitely helped me be very productive. Because to be honest, animation is like one of my core components of like my personality.
Same,
I
same.
I use it.
Honestly,
I
honestly,
use it. I use it a lot. I animate a lot. It has even got me a few very good grades on like school projects because like I don't know if you've seen it, but I made a uh, science project animated video, and I got an 100 on it because of the animation.
nice.
Um, yes, I was very proud of that. So yeah, animation has definitely helped me stay productive and like actually help me in some things like school and
That's good.
yeah,
Any
it is
other
very good.
any other directions that of how animation helped you?
It's improved my work ethic. To be honest, it I can stick to a schedule when it comes to animation. Not I well I wouldn't say I stick to a schedule mostly, but it's definitely improved my ability to do that.
For how my mind works, I kind of need a schedule or else I freak out.
Yeah, I'm a bit different.
Yeah. But that's beside the point. So yeah. So now since I've asked you how animation has helped you, I'm gonna go ahead and also ask um how I'm gonna go ahead and ask how what are the downsides to animation? And you could literally
Okay,
list anything.
I can list a few things.
Yeah.
The main thing being time. You have to take so much time to make something, especially if it's very high quality. That's why I don't really do storytime animations anymore because, to be honest, those things are really hard to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, just saying, props to you for being able to do that for a lot.
Yeah,
Because
the algorithm treats me like fucking garbage though.
yes, I know that's another thing. If you're doing YouTube animation, the algorithm does not treat you well because you need to post longer videos more frequently, and I'll sure as hell tell you, you cannot post frequently when you're doing animation unless you stockpile animations. So it's really hard to get noticed in YouTube unless
Yeah.
you do something.
And I have a question for you. So like when it comes to like the algorithm and you, so like if you were to just do storytime animations, do you think your channel would do better than mine? Because I've been having the theory that being LGBTQ plus has hurt has hurt how my stuff have been reacted to by the algorithm.
I wouldn't say I'd do better than you, but I would do better than I am doing now. To be honest, I don't because there's many LGBTQ plus people that would like, support you, and occasional people who don't like you, but
Oh
there
man.
won't.
Yeah, I'm just chuckling because most of the hate comments I've gotten so far is gender related, but it's about you, not me this time. So go right ahead and
Yeah.
continue.
So, to be honest, I don't think I'll get like. I don't think that if I posted storytime animations, then I'd probably get bigger, because I've seen many like storytime animators get pretty big just by random storytime animations that can be a bit more modern now.
I did like a 3D arts stories video, and people seemed to really like that one. But
I
yeah.
did see that video. I haven't watched it yet though.
But yeah, I definitely feel like video trains will also help as well. But yeah.
Yeah, those are really fun to do.
Video trains! I've been trying to convince people to go ahead and do video trains. But yeah, that's beside the point. What other downsides do you see within storytime animation? Or animation period. Why do I specifically say storytime?
Okay. There's one tip of my tongue, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
Burnout?
Burnout, most definitely, yes. You can spend a lot of time doing that. And it's just, you can spend a lot of time animating, and then you get burnt out, and then you feel like crap for like a long time.
How long was your burnout? How long is your burnout in general?
I'd say around like 2 to 3 days, because like usually when I have burnout, I will just relax. One thing that really helps me relax is listening to music. That makes me feel better. Also talking to my friends. But I can get over burnout in like a few days. Not even like close to a week. So I can survive that, but it's not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just say you probably have done better with burnout than I have. But yeah. So, what other downsides?
What other downsides? There's also the thing about posture. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but when you have like when you are animating with like flip a clip, your posture is terrible. Like you are like down your back. I can't really show it because I'm not on camera, but like your back is down, you're hunched over and animating, and it's not very good, and it does not help your posture at all.
Would you say that is very true about on-screen tablet too? Like if you were to animate with an on-screen tablet, like one of those like professional grade where you still use a computer?
I think that it would still be the same thing, just less extreme. But I think that on-screen tablet would be better than a regular one.
Than an iPad?
Yeah, than an iPad, because then your back hurts after you do that, and it's not very fun.
Because like I never personally had like posture problem, or that I've noticed posture problems that I've noticed. But yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why there's multiple episodes of the same hobby, because there's other things that can be said.
Multiple different personalities.
Yeah. And then what other downsides?
I think that might be it, to be honest.
So you say time, posture,
Time, posture, burnout,
burnout.
and yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty. And then here is the $1,000,000 question. Are you ready?
Oh, I love the $1,000,000 question. What is it? I'm excited.
Would you recommend animation to others?
All right, so if you easily get angered and you don't want to like have any, and you want to have other hobbies, then you don't want to do animation because it's very time consuming, and if you get impatient, then it starts looking like absolute crap, and the animation will just look terrible because you're rushing, and you don't want to do that. But if you want to try out something new, you like drawing, and you just want to do it in general, then I would recommend it to you. But if you have like anger issues and want to actually maintain other hobbies, then I would not recommend it to you.
I love how you mentioned anger issues.
Yeah, it's very time consuming and it can get tedious.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Um. I do find it interesting how you mentioned anger issues when I didn't.
Yeah.
On my episode. But yeah. So why don't you go ahead and DM me like a picture of your version of your character.
My version of my character. All right.
Because
Let me.
I drew Mista for the thumbnails and whatnot. Which if I was cool, actually asked me if he could draw a thumbnail for like for like my shows, and then I'm like, if you make it on the show, you can go ahead and ask me to go ahead and draw stuff for it.
All right, I sent it in.
But yeah.
I don't. I know. I've changed my style a lot. I know, but I just can't figure out what my style is. It's hard to figure that out.
Honestly, I took like a year. Like I took a year to figure out what my character was gonna go ahead and look like before I went into like actually animating with it. So I have the old. Okay, do you have any? All right, so Donut Batch, please let me know if you have any questions for me, Sabusta, and to say either at Rebellious Pastry or But yeah, I drew the version of your character with the glasses.
Yes, you did. I personally don't mind if you draw it like that. You draw whatever you want to draw for my character. But yeah.
But yeah, I just like in my style, I feel like the glasses kind of help signify your character in my
Yes, it
style
does.
anyway. Do you so like do you feel like animation is different with different styles?
Yes, most definitely. If you're animating with like stick figures, kind of like the one I sent to you, but it's not completely a stick figure. But if you're animating with stick figures, it can be way easier to do better animation. But if your animation style is a bit more complicated and tedious, it can differ the quality if you're not, it's easier to draw stick figures than it is to draw a very complex character.
All right, from on the okay, I'm just gonna make up a scale. On the scale of stick figure to anime, how hard do you think it is? It is to you think it would be to animate like my style of characters?
For your style, I think would be more in the middle because I could get past that. I'd say more on a little bit more on the anime side, because to be honest, I do have a lot of trouble like animating your eyes. Like I've drawn your eyes before, but it's really hard to do them. But that's just me.
I'm honestly surprised that you have problems with the eyes, not the hair.
Okay, the hair I do have a bit of trouble with. But you don't have hair on all of your characters like that. But
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
it's
pastry mostly.
yes,
But
for
yeah.
pastry, then yeah.
But if you animate my character, then you could go ahead and if you ever use my character for anything, you could just draw my character in your style and dodge that eye issue for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably do that.
Because like what I use for my eyes is I use like a fancy rigging thing. Like I personally like I have like a special rig for my eyes.
That's pretty cool.
Also, Zach MB, are you talking to me or are you talking to Mista? About like sounding like a robot. When one says when one says sounding kind of like a robot sometimes. Because if you're talking to me, then this is not a Q&A. This is a asking Mista about animation to see if you want to do it yourself. Do it with yourself one day. But yeah. So within the animation process, which part is your least favorite part?
Oh my god, there's so many to choose from. Okay,
what's your least favorite part?
My least favorite part would probably be kind of the finalizing things, like the lip syncing, the movements to make them look smooth. It's kind of hard to do that. I have a lot of trouble with lip syncing.
Oh man.
But just like move the animation in general to make it look smoother and more lifelike is pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. What I was gonna say. But yeah, so we're not gonna get into this too much, but like when it comes to like voicing things, do you have difficulties with voicing things?
It depends on what I'm using. Like now I've mostly switched to the little like earbuds that I'm using right now to actually but stuff that it depends on what kind of microphone you have. Like if you have a very crappy one, then it's really hard to like make out what you're saying in animation, and it's also really hard to make it actually look and sound good. But if you use a good microphone, then you'll be able to have the audio good.
But yeah, so like my least favorite is of animation is like the audio, because because sometimes I get like voice dysphoria when I listen back to it.
Yeah, I mean, listening to your voice can be very cringy, but to be honest, I don't mind it that much.
But yeah, I definitely feel like as far as like my difficulties with like voice acting, I definitely feel like some of it is sometimes I record during the wrong time of day. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's dysphoria that's the problem. But yeah. But I'm glad that you have like a different least favorite part. And also, does your motivation for for your story or for like your long animations, like your story times, do you feel like your motivation for your story times like goes down as like the video gets more and more done? Like by the end of the video, you're like, oh my fucking god.
Most definitely. That's why I don't really post storytime animations anymore. Like I get halfway into it and my motivation just stops. I honestly don't understand why. It just does. And
It
I'm
is it
trying to
like
overcome that.
is it like you want to go ahead and like do another video by the time it's
It's
like
I guess, but to be honest, I don't know. Just I don't know really. I don't really know what's going on with me. But
have
I've been
you
trying to overcome it.
have you been trying to just like work on a few videos at a time?
Uh
Just
I
like
try
jumping
not to do
between?
that. I try not to do that, but I end up getting intertwined with those
But
like 3 videos at a time.
but yeah, have you considered like doing like um just like hopping between the videos so that maybe you don't feel as burnt out with one video?
That would be I feel like that would be a bit harder, but I could try it.
But so for me, like I would have a hard time um like focusing on like 3 videos. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So but that's just my preference. I honestly feel like but yeah, have you ever considered doing end cards
Cards. I
at
have
the end of story
considered.
times?
I
At the end
have
of story
considered.
time.
That's my plan. When I want to do an end card, I wait until the animation is finished. So like all the announcements that I do at the end of the video are like up to date. But during an end card, I'll probably put like fan art or like art from different creators, and like shout out people who have helped me with the video in some way, shape, or form.
That's good. So
Yeah.
would you want me to go ahead and shoot you the stream thumbnail or like the stream wallpaper? Or
Um,
no?
if you want to,
Sure.
I
I
wouldn't
have
mind.
like 2 different stream wallpapers I've used for you so far. But yeah.
Yeah.
Um so like what is the story behind your character? Like why did you design the character the way you did? The
Well,
we're gonna
my character's gone through many changes.
we're gonna go ahead and go with like the one that I'm the most used to.
Do you mean like the? I think I know what you're talking about.
Like
Like
one
the
remodel ago with the glasses.
yes, yes. You mean like circle head, hoodie, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yes. So that character, um, it started out with in about like 2022 where I joined Animator Brawl, which if you don't know is like a series thing hosted by a YouTuber, and you had to send in characters, and I didn't have a character, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna make a character. So I made a character. It was like this 1930s esque like animation guy. I sent it in, and that's what it was. And then I talked to one of my animator friends who remade that, and I was like, oh my god, it looks so good. I'm gonna steal that style. So I did, and it was really hard to do. So I kind of just like made it into my own kind of thing. So if I send you a picture of it
Sure.
right now, hold on, let me find one. If there is one, I hope there is.
And also for those of you also who is this? This is Mr. Busta. Um he is a channel friend of mine, I think. Yes,
Here's a
channel friend.
picture.
Channel friend. But
This one
yeah.
includes you. It was one of the only ones I found.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Valentine's Day card exchange.
Yes, the Valentine's Day card exchange.
Just so you know, there's gonna be a fan art. I'm gonna give everyone here a sneak peek, but there's gonna be a fan art competition for something stupid I said during a random work stream, which is tearing saws in half.
What?
I accidentally said tearing saws in half, and we literally joked about it for a half an hour. But
That's a long time.
no, but it just kept on getting funnier and funnier. But the stream clips up. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a fan art competition for me, Rebellious Pastry, tearing their saw in half.
All right then.
But yeah, anyways, so yeah, so what's your thoughts about multi-animator projects?
Okay. Hosting one. For like if you're hosting one. For me, it's terrible. I don't know
Same.
why, but I just cannot host one. I wanted to host one, but I feel like just the pressure of just like having people sending in their parts, people not sending in their parts until late. And just like the overall feeling, I just can't do it. But I have got an idea in mind on how to like approach that. So I'm gonna try to do it.
So do you want to know what I currently do about it? So like
What do you do?
for the current one, I have the accountability server, Discord server. And if you for whatever reason can't have Discord, then shoot me an email. And I guess you'd just get your email flooded. But anyways, but like every 2 weeks I'm like at everyone, how's your map? Can I have a work in progress? And if the answer is no without a specific reason, then I drop you from the map. But yeah. That's how I'm trying to do things. I used to just have the email system, but I'm like, too many people are dropping their parts. So I ended up being like, okay, accountability server time. And people actually like that server, like the accountability server.
Yeah.
Also, do you have a active Discord server for your stuff, or?
I do actually.
Would you like to shoot it in the chat?
Sure, I will do that. Let me just get onto the server real quick.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so do you feel like you've made more friends due to animation? Or do you feel like you've made less friends due to animation?
For IRL friends, I haven't made much. But for like online friends, I've made a lot. I've made friends like you, and I don't want to name drop any people, but just a whole bunch of them from like different servers and like just talking to them on Discord, and I've made a lot of friends.
But yeah, so for as far as like when I talked about the Discord server, so I have a batch server, but it will not officially launch until I hit 1K. So yeah, it's currently in soft launch just by like friends, just for like friends and whatnot. But yeah, but as far as like the Pride map stuff, I am like for the Pride map, I have an accountability server, which means you'd have to go ahead and have a map part in order to go ahead and in order to be in the server. If you don't have a map part and join the server, then I'll kick you out of the server. But yeah. It's just like the current server that is currently open is just for the Pride map.
Yeah.
Which, are you gonna think about doing a Pride map part?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you have any LGBTQ plus characters in your set?
I What do you mean by my set? Like,
As far as like
um,
the Mista Boosta universe.
to be honest, I don't know. As far as the Mesa Booster universe, I am not. Uh, I support them obviously, but I'm not a part of it. So I'm not, you know. But I don't have any like characters that I would consider in the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, when it comes to any OC map that I host, if you don't want to use your own character, you may use mine. That's just like a special like note I like to go ahead and say because but yeah, I have a feeling that this year's pastries pride map, I'm gonna end up getting a lot of parts with my character being used instead of other people's, but that's okay. That's how the return map went. Which
Yeah.
I still need one final part to be done for the return map by Jacoby.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you asked?
I'm like at Jacoby, where is your map piece? But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's what's up, with that, but, so what kind of maps would you do if you're thinking about it?
The one map I've always wanted to do, I've tried doing it once, but I just could not.
Is it an OC map?
It's not an OC map. It's do you know who Bo Burnham is?
Not really.
He's a artist that made a song called Welcome to the Internet.
I've heard of that song before. Welcome
Yes,
to the internet.
I wanted to do that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to do that one really badly. I tried making one, but it was honestly just really hard work because like the video of like the map parts kept on getting taken down and it was just not going too well. So I decided to cancel it.
None of my map videos got taken down.
It was mostly just because of the song.
Yeah. But I've used like copyrighted songs for the map parts, and I've never gotten stuff taken down.
I don't know why mine gets taken down. I don't know why I'm like YouTube, like the main target for YouTube. Like I feel
like I'm okay. I feel like I'm the main target for YouTube for other reasons, but yeah.
I can't live stream. I can't, I can't.
Poor Mista.
Do anything. I don't know why.
Correction, you can't live stream on your channel.
No, I cannot.
Have you ever considered making a separate channel of Mista streams?
That's actually a really good idea. I want to try. I should try that.
Imagine if YouTube just like screw off Mista and decides that you can't stream on that one either.
I'm gonna try that. After the stream, I'm gonna try to make a separate channel for live streaming.
Mista streams.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Wait, but yeah, so, what else? What other things should I ask about animation? So, what is your favorite kind of animation to do?
So you mean, like, what do you mean by that?
Like, so, like
type of
animation memes, like, what else? Animation memes, story timing, yeah. Like you think about how many different animation things you have.
So, in my opinion, I like doing the memes the best because they're just really fun to animate, and I can also just go all out. I also like story time animation, but that's a bit harder to do. But I mostly like animation memes because I can go like all out in the animation. I can go high quality stuff, and it's easy to do, and I just think it's pretty fun to do.
I'm honestly like the opposite when it comes to memes. I just don't feel like I'm being myself when I do those. I've done a
In my
few,
opinion,
but it don't hit right for me, you know?
it hits right for me because it's easier to do instead of like a long-term thing.
And
Because
that's why it hits me differently. Like it just does it rubs me the wrong way to do it because I feel like I personally feel like it's a cop out. But that's
I
just
like
my
doing
opinion. That's just my
I also
opinion.
like oh okay.
But
I al-
continue.
I also I also like doing animated skits. Just like little joke videos that I kind of like come up with. Like I have a little series going on my YouTube channel. It's like a how-to series where there's like different types of ways to do stuff. One included Nate in it.
Ooh.
It was how to wake someone up.
Oh man.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Do you want
So
to know
I'm
what would
gonna
be funny?
what?
If you didn't know how to deal with Mista Boosta.
How to deal with Mr.
Sorry,
How do you do? How do you,
I'm all about the self-deprecating humor, honestly.
to be honest, it can rub me the wrong way sometimes, in my
Um,
opinion.
like the self-deprecating humor.
Self-deprecating humor, it like you can get. It's funny to make fun of yourself sometimes, but you don't want to make yourself the punching bag for everybody.
Yeah, but but I feel like that how to deal with Mista Boosta was kind of warranted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I just had to make that joke.
Yeah.
I was about to say how to deal with rebellious pastry, but Mista Booster would have made more sense because it's your channel. How to deal with me?
How to deal with me? What would be some reasons?
But yeah, as far as like animated skits go, I only do like April Fool's Day skit because it's like a running tradition.
Yeah, those are pretty funny.
Which year do you think was the best?
Which year?
Yeah, which year of the April Fool's Day videos? Like
I've
the
never done. Oh,
no,
wait.
which one?
Oh, are you talking about you?
Yes.
Okay. I don't. Hmm. I don't think I've watched many of your April Fool's videos.
I've been doing one a year since 2020. The first year was with Inkblotch, the second year was with Bob Bovine, and the third year was with the Animation Station.
Woohoo!
But yeah, so when it comes to collaborations, do you tend to feel better when they're on your channel or when it's on the other person's channel?
It kind of depends.
When it comes with animation.
When it comes with animation, if it's a story time, I'd prefer it on the other person's channel, but I don't want to ask them to do a collab and make it on their channel because that just feels kind of wrong. You asked to do it.
Yeah, I personally, how I do deal with collabs is if you ask, it's on your channel.
Yes, that's definitely what I want to do.
If
like,
you ask,
if you ask somebody,
if you ask, then it's on your channel. If I'm asking you, then it's on mine. I'm not gonna give too many spoilers, but I got I think 3 guests on for Johnny Jam's number 4 Crazy Orders. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. But yeah, so you say that you've tried to live stream, but your YouTube doesn't want to work.
YouTube does not want to work. I don't know why.
But yeah, which since you're on this show, I would if you want me to go ahead and somehow manage to get the these episodes to you, if I would let you go ahead and clip things out from these things if you want. if you want to do that on your
Okay.
channel. But yeah, I feel like we'd need an email at least for that, man. Because Discord
Yeah.
would be like, no, screw you and your
Discord would not let us do that.
Discord would give me the middle finger for that.
Yeah.
So like, if you had to put an age rating on most of your animations, like on your channel as a whole, what would be your age rating?
My animations, I'd probably put them as like, maybe 9.
PG. Wait,
13.
G, PG, PG 13, R.
PG-13. I'd say there's like mild swearing and maybe a bit edgy humor, but I think I'm fine for the most part.
Yeah. When it comes to like pastry, I'm mostly the source of all humor. Just like yeah. Like literally like the first video I've ever made, first story time I ever made was about how I can cook a potato.
Was that really your first story time animation? How to cook a potato?
It's called Camp Potato Story. Yes, my first storytime animation was about how I couldn't cook a potato.
That is pretty unique, I must say.
And that story is kind of the reason of why I made this channel.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But like, okay, just so you know, I have like a currently 3 video long series of the I Was Dumb series.
Yep.
Think you'd ever make an I Was Dumb series?
I've done plenty of dumb things in my day, so I think I'm.
But you'd have to kind of you would kind of have to say title your series something else because the I Was Dumb.
Yeah,
that's
your
my
series.
thing.
That's your series.
That's my thing. But
That's your thing.
Yeah, like all of the thumbnails for the I Was Dumb series is just pastry out with a sign during different times of day and sometimes even night with like a sign that says I was dumb. And then like the second one was I was dumb again. And then I think the third one was I was dumb for the third time. And I still have another I Was Dumb story.
That's a good series idea. I like it.
But yeah, I'm kind of biased when I'm trying to go ahead and get you back into storytime animation. But yeah. Also, how do you deal with the fact that like the formatting is different?
The formatting, like, you mean for storytime animation and like other animation?
I'm talking about like the shorts versus the long forms.
Okay. So for shorts, I feel like it's easier, but I don't like being constrained to a certain time limit. Like that doesn't sit right with me. So I do like the long form content better.
I'm talking about like how do you animate in freaking portrait? Or wait, no, like up and down. Because I've been trying to figure that one out.
What do you mean by up and down?
All right, so you know how like when you go ahead and all right, because I don't know why I'm so hard at freaking explaining this, but what way do you hold your phone or whatever you're what way do you normally hold your phone to go ahead and watch a YouTube video that is horizontal versus vertical? There we go.
If it's shorts, then obviously vertical. But I use horizontal to watch many animations besides shorts.
Horizontal?
Yeah, that's like.
What? Wait, what am I think? Wait, I thought horizontal was the hold on.
Horizontal.
I'm thinking about diagonal.
No, wait, diagonal. Guys, I watched my videos diagonal. I don't know if you I don't know if you can relate, but like it's pretty good.
Okay. But why do I get horizontal and diagonal confused?
Oh god.
I think that's a skill issue on my part. See, I can't freaking do a stream without pulling something completely dumb.
Yeah.
But if I were to go ahead and if I were to do like a stream 100% without any errors, I think my fans would be disappointed if I didn't at least screw something up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh man. But yeah. That's beside the point. I'm just that person. But yeah. Like, is there like any difficulties that you have with animation that you feel like others probably wouldn't have?
I think it's the motivation. Because for some reason I just can't I don't know why, but storytime animation does not motivate me I don't know anymore. I don't know why. But I see many people doing storytime animation and they have lots of motivation. Like I've seen some people do them weekly and I'm like, how do you even do that?
Animation weekly? Oh my god.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh.
Let me find there's like what like there's been a new a new basically a new generation of like
Storytime anime.
Storytime animation that's like they get popular from like TikTok.
Okay.
Like clips of it get shared on TikTok and like they got insanely popular and they upload videos weekly somehow. I don't know why. I don't know how.
I feel like it's because YouTube pays them.
Yeah, that's true. That actually, yeah, that's very true.
But yeah, how easy is it for you to go ahead and like oh wait, how hard is it for you not to procrastinate?
Oh, trust me, it is very hard for me not to procrastinate. I always procrastinate on anything unless it's like something very serious.
Or okay, this is kind of an interesting question, but do you feel like you tend to procrastinate more on the channel, or do you tend to use the channel to procrastinate on other things?
Definitely to procrastinate on other things.
So you're like my freaking paper can wait. I'm gonna go work on the channel now.
Yeah, because it's fun. I mean,
yeah.
it can depend what it is, but it's pretty fun.
Would you say that animation can get addicting?
Yes, it has. Like randomly at like 3 a.m. I'll be awake and I'll just have like a sunburst to make an animation. It can get addicting.
For whatever reason, I personally can't be up at 3 a.m. Just like my mind tends to go to bonkers.
Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Not 3 a.m. More like 10.
Okay.
Or something. Something along those lines.
Okay. But yeah, I'm just saying like 3 a.m. But yeah, have you seen like those memes with like no, but like I don't know if these are pictures or memes, but like the whole like animators with like the caffeine addictions.
Yes, I have seen those memes.
Do you feel like those are accurate in general when it comes to when it comes to like you and your animation friends, or am I pretty much the only caffeine addict you know?
I'm not a caffeine addict myself, because I'm young, I don't drink coffee, so Uh, but I don't live off caffeine,
Yeah.
so I'm not really a caffeine addict.
How many animators do you think live off of caffeine?
Most of the big ones, like Odd Ones Out, Jane Animation, Something Else YT, people like that, I feel like they live off caffeine. Cause like they're the big ones, they're the big guys. They are at high stakes.
But yeah, how many of the animation stereotypes do you feel like are true?
How many animation stereotypes are true?
Yeah, in your
Um,
opinion.
the main animator stereotype is the introverted and like just very shy and stuff like that. But that does not.
Here's the
Not at
thing.
all.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's two types of there's two different types of animator stereotypes, or like pretty much artist stereotypes in general. You have like the animators that are quiet, and then you have your completely bonkers animators. Like you know, like the crazy artist people. Like you either have like a very shy, very introverted person just in the corner working on animations, or you have these like wackus crazy people who are,
in my opinion, I'm a bit more on the crazy people side, but I'm pretty socially. I'm not that socially awkward, but I can be a bit. But just the main personality of like, oh, I'm introverted. I can't. I only do this to like because it's just not. I don't believe that. It's just, well, I believe it all, but like that's the main stereotype that does not apply to me at all. I'm definitely an extrovert.
Same. Wait, I thought for whatever reason I thought you were an introvert.
I don't know if you guys even know what the definition of introvert and extrovert is. If you're an introvert, you like spending time alone. You like keeping to yourself at all times. But if you're an extrovert, you like being with people and being social and being like very.
And
like,
it's a spectrum
crowds.
too. And it's a spectrum too.
Yeah.
I don't know why did you go ahead and I don't know why, but like you gave me like introvert vibes. I don't understand why.
I might seem like an introvert when in my videos, but I'm pretty extroverted.
Um. Um. But yeah. Do you feel like there's more introverted animators or extroverted animators?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell because most of animators are just like the same people as the other bigger ones, but I'd say it's about half and half. Like in retrospect,
because like when I started the channel, like I seriously would have probably been like a camera on storyteller if I didn't have so many problems with the camera, just like mentally with the camera, which I found out like a few years into the channel that the reason of why I have problems with the camera is gender dysphoria. And also the fact that I can't keep eye contact with the thing.
yeah, I don't have a problem with the camera. I like when I see myself on camera, I'll get a bit, cringed, but to be honest, don't really I don't really care about like the camera in general. I can keep eye contact, but animation I just feel like is way more creative.
But yeah, so like, do you have like a deep rooted story of why you animate? I know this was like on the preset questions, but like as far as like, I literally made an entire video on like why animation. It's literally called Why Pastry.
Yeah, I made a 3-year anniversary video about like my story of how I got here. And basically I'd say my story would probably be watched a lot of Storytime animators Um, Around like 2019, I learned how to animate with my iPad. Basically, got better by watching YouTube videos, tutorials, and just learning myself. And basically, I've just been doing a whole bunch of random sort animations, and until today, where I am now. It's not that crazy or like in depth, but I don't really have an in depth story.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, maybe you'll develop one. The the more the more you do like videos and whatnot.
Yeah, I hope
Maybe
I do.
that'll come with time. But yeah.
Yeah, I
Um.
think it will.
But yeah. I don't think you've like the thing is that like the reason why I have an in-depth story is because of IRL things I don't feel comfortable sharing quite yet, and also like gender problems, which I've made like at least 2 videos off of being non-binary at this point, and one
Yep.
based off of being an airways. I have a lot of content off of just who I am and how I am. Like a
Yeah.
lot. But yeah. So like do you feel like it's easier to go ahead and come up with ideas when you have other people to bounce off of?
Oh, yes, yes, I do.
Have you ever thought of doing a random thoughts video?
So, think about that. I've already made a random thoughts video, but that was 3 years ago, and I'd prefer that you don't watch it. I prefer everybody forgets its existence because it features a 9-year-old me being absolutely terrible. I've thought of remaking that video, which I feel like would do okay, but I honestly just don't know. But I do have a random thoughts video already up, but it contains a very cringe 9-year-old version of me.
Do you remember? Wait, do you remember things I do that others probably don't?
Yes,
Did you
yes,
enjoy
other
that
people do
one?
this.
Did
I did
did
enjoy that one. That
Yeah.
one was good.
That was like a video train I was trying to start with another YouTuber. I didn't technically start it, but yeah. Um like I feel like what's your thoughts on like the animation community in general?
I honestly think that it's amazing. I think it's very welcoming. I think it's probably the best community out there
Same.
because like it's so welcoming, and you can get into the animation community very easily if you just know how to animate. And I think it's very welcoming, and also just a great thing to be a part of in general.
Same here. That is honestly my opinion. But
Yes.
others think differently. But yeah. Um, I feel like there's not really much judgment in this storytime animation community and
Oh,
animation period.
most definitely, yes.
Like, would you say that it's because we rely on each other to keep the like genre going?
Yeah, we rely on each other to keep on, doing everything we can to keep the genre alive.
I honestly feel like when it comes to the animation community, it's kind of like trying to go ahead and dump water out of a sinking ship.
Yeah. We
Um,
all help each other. We all do collabs. We all do whatever we want, you know?
but yeah, I just feel like that other YouTubers aren't like that in general.
Yeah, other communities just aren't, you know.
But yeah, um, and get as I get more and more um as my channel gets more and more traction, I'm gonna get deeper and deeper in depth with some things I want to do in the future. But do you have like a long term goal of like what you want to do with like what story times you want to do um in like the future and whatnot?
I have a few ideas. I have some life stories that I want to share, but I feel like another thing about storytime animation, I don't have many stories to tell right now that already have not been done. I want to get you like unique stories
Yeah.
because that's kind of what that's kind of like what I want to do.
Yeah, you could do things that have been already done because like here's the thing. No matter how many people do one video, they're all going to be different.
They're all gonna be different, but like I want to get a completely unique story. Like
Like
one of them I
like
made,
my camp potato story.
one of the videos I made. One of the videos I made was Philium the Bug, which I think was a very good video. It's
I
probably
don't
my favorite
remember
video
it.
I've ever
I don't
made.
think I remember that one. So like
Just a
so what's
just
your
like a video of a bug.
so what's your thoughts about your older videos? Like what when you think of your older videos, what do you think of them?
I think they could have been better. They
Um
most definitely could have been better.
I def yeah, continue.
Basically, my older videos, I had a lot of videos, but I deleted most of them. So you can't see many of them now, but I think my older videos kind of just like had that charm to it because I was just trying to. It was my first time ever having a YouTube channel, and I was just very excited because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. So there was just a lot of charm in them.
I was personally very nervous. But yeah,
I
when
was
I
very
started
excited.
mine. When I started my YouTube, I was very nervous.
I've always wanted to be a YouTuber and entertainer no matter what. So
And
that, honestly,
and now it's just like if I do something stupid, my fans are going to probably stay because that's kind of what they subscribed for. They subscribed for me.
they subscribe for pretty stupid stuff.
They literally subscribed for me accidentally saying sharing saws in half.
Sharing
Saws in
I
half.
still get a crack out of it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's gonna be a long
Sharing saws in half.
Yeah. I have a feeling that's gonna be a long-standing pastry joke.
That's hilarious.
But yeah. Oh man. Have you considered doing like fan participation stuff? Like fan art competitions, like whatever else. Maps. You already mentioned
Yes,
maps.
I've tried doing that a few times.
Maybe
I
you
don't
should
know
try
any
again.
specific one.
Maybe you should try again because you are now in the K's.
Yeah, I'm now in the K's. I'm pretty happy about that.
I'm still in the triple digits. And
Yes.
my number have been pretty stagnant within the last few weeks.
For the last few weeks, my numbers have been pretty stagnant, but I've started to gain a bit of traction from another short.
But yeah.
But you know,
So do you feel like your numbers affect your motivation?
a bit. Like, I think so. Yeah.
We say we don't do it for the numbers, but if you feel like you're not getting anywhere, then it can be very frustrating.
It can be very, very frustrating.
But yeah, like the numbers don't matter, but at the same time, like if we're at the same number, it's just like we feel like
It's just not fun.
yeah. And then if your number goes down, it's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah. You just need to figure out what you're doing wrong and try to overcome that.
But yeah. What is your favorite thing about... Oh, did I ask you what your favorite thing was about animation?
No, you only asked my least favorite thing.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about animation?
I think it just like expresses myself a lot more than real life would ever do. It expresses my emotion a lot, expresses my creativity, and it honestly just shows my personality in its fullest. And that's what I like about it, because real life can never do that on its own, because
But yeah,
it's real life.
I'm
There's
honestly
limitations.
very expressive in real life. Like I I honestly personally feel it'd be easier to go ahead and express myself fuller in real life because you don't have to spend like 10 hours animating on a video. Which on average, how long does it take you to animate a story time animation in like a or not like I'm not talking about like consecutively. Like I would say each of my videos takes about 10 hours each. Like if I were to go ahead and put all of the time into like or it takes me like 10 hours compounded time.
If I put all my effort into a video, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's a little thing. Back when I was still a small channel, around like 50 subs.
You're still kind of a small channel, dude, I think.
Well, for my standards, let's just go with small channel. If I was a very small channel at around 50 subs, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would write a script, animate the video, make the audio, animate the video, edit it, and post it, all in the span of like 5 hours.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even understand how I did it. I was just like so happy to be a YouTuber now because I've been waiting for a while. So I just honestly, I was just that motivated. But if I had to say, if I put all my time and effort into making a YouTube video or storytime animation video, take about maybe a day. I think and all.
But yeah, so I would say like it takes me about 10 hours per video. Maybe more like 12 these days, but it depends on like how many frames and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying on average just because like yeah.
Yep.
So all right, so with scripting, is it hard to stick to one script while scripting? Or
you mean like working between multiple?
So for me, like when it comes to script writing, when it comes to script writing, I feel like I can't go ahead and write one complete script. I think of something and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened, and start a whole new script. And I end up with like 10 half scripts after I'm done script writing.
To be honest, I can barely script write anymore. In my opinion, script writing is honestly just a bit of a waste. I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I write a script and I read it out, I feel like I'm just a robot reading it out, and I just can't give the enthusiasm of that, and it just makes me want to go like, I'll have an idea of what I'm gonna say, so then I'll just like say that in more of a manner. I'll just go like whatever I want to say. I don't want to like read a script and read it like a robot.
Yeah,
because that's just not good.
Yeah. So have you ever? Oh, this is just gonna be an episode that is just more based on YouTube animation at this point. But have you considered like doing like a hey, how can I make my stuff better survey thing?
Oh, I've done that many times, but it's just like I've asked my fans like many times, what can I do to make everything better? What do you want to see from me? Because that's my main goal. I want to make videos that my audience actually likes to see. Because if I'm just doing stuff that my audience doesn't like, then it's just a waste. It's just nothing. There's nothing I can do about it.
So
but,
one of my main channel goals for this year is to work on better like recording, and I feel like part of that is because like I used to go ahead and record all of my script at once. Like the entire page all at once. In one take.
That That sounds like hell to me. Oh my god.
And I didn't even double space it most of the time.
Oh my gosh.
So now if you were to look at my scripts, I have it broken down into fourths and double spaced.
In my opinion, I don't write script. I write down the general idea of what I'm going to talk about.
And I also
when I
go
do
off
that,
scripts, and I also go off script a lot too. A lot
yes,
more often.
I always go off script because I don't have a script. So, I usually just wing it, see what comes out after that because I want to add the enthusiasm. But if I stutter and like slur my words a lot, then I won't use that, obviously.
But yeah. I feel like if I were to not have the scripts, then I'd be like
Yeah.
uh yeah.
I'll
But
just figure out what I'm going to say in my head.
but sometimes what you think in your head does not come out of your mouth.
It not.
No. And it's just like man, yeah. I just like to have the script as like a security blanket, you know.
Yeah, that's true, but so I don't like in my opinion, I don't like writing scripts.
Yeah. But so um shoot. Oh yeah, you tried to do that one show once and then you're like, "No."
Yeah.
Can you please go into detail about like your thoughts but like of starting the show and then ended up and then like the process you went through when it came to like starting the show and then you figuring out it wasn't for you because like
I think
yeah.
yeah, I think I know why it didn't work out. I think the reason why it didn't work out is along with the maps, pressure. I cannot I cannot parade many people to do whatever I want. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just can't. I just can't seem to do that. I'm not a leader. I'm not a leader. So
Do you feel like a bother when you do that?
A bit, but also the thing is, it's a lot of pressure. Like an entire show. Like my God. And honestly, I just was too stressed to deal with that, and I didn't have. For some reason, I wanted the show to be perfect. I don't know why, but I just had this telling myself, I need music, I need an editor, I need everything I can to make the show great, and I just couldn't find any of those people. And to be honest, it just made me go crazy. I kind of just was like, it was really hard to make the show. I've been thinking of new show ideas to try to approach it in a different way because I cannot make a Discord server, tease it on my YouTube channel until I know that I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to let everyone down.
Yeah, that's understandable. Do you ever have like a fear that like you're gonna let down your entire base?
Most definitely, I always do. Like if I can't even come out to announce that the show was canceled at first. Like I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna tell my fans? They're gonna be so disappointed. And I honestly, it's hard.
True fans stick with you, no matter what the hell you do.
I know they're gonna stick with me, but it's also gonna be like, oh, this guy's never gonna make a show, and it also makes me look like a guy who can't keep his promises. Because I tell them I'm gonna be making a show, and then I cancel it like a month into production.
Yeah. But yeah, that's understandable. Like, ultimately, how I feel about I just feel like, in general, like sometimes I get nervous because of the bass, but most generally when it comes to like the bass, they kind of help me feel better in most cases, rather than worse. Like I remember when my grandma died. Um, I I felt so bad that I wasn't even able. Most of that time I wasn't even able to get out of bed.
Uh,
Let alone do anything. But like the base was just like the base wasn't upset that there wasn't that I had to go ahead and temporarily skip my Christmas video, which I ended up just like taking the Christmas video out of circulation and ended up putting it in later. So that's why there was a Christmas video in January. Remember when Mama Pastry almost burned down the house?
yes, that's one of my favorite
I
funny
feel like,
videos. I really,
yeah, I feel like that one kind of got memed as well.
that's a pretty good video. I like that one.
But when it comes to like me thinking about my videos, I could tend to think about like how good was the script, because I know that the animation quality is gonna age out, but how good was the script? Is what I tend to
I
think
like
about.
I like this script. I like the script. I it was a I liked it a lot. You know what? It was a good video. I like the I like the animation. I like the talking in it. I think it's just a great video overall.
Yeah. Um, have you considered like let's see here. Do you have any IRL friends that also do YouTube?
I used to. A lot of my friends actually used to do YouTube, but they didn't take it as seriously as I did, and most of them quit. So I don't
What?
have any.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. You
I,
continue. Can you continue?
no, I was
My
just finishing.
mind is just thinking a mile a minute sometimes. But how have you ever thought about completely quitting your channel?
Oh yes, I have. Actually, recently, this was I think it was around a few months ago. I think around like January. I was so stressed with schoolwork. I was genuinely becoming depressed because I uh, had so much schoolwork to do. I had YouTube going on. I had like sports. I had everything that was keeping me busy.
As mentioned in a previous episode,
Yes,
you
I
literally did one
had.
on soccer.
Yes, I had a lot of things going on, and it genuinely made me want to quit YouTube to try and gather myself because honestly, I just became a mess. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go with my YouTube channel. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know if I was gonna do animation, commentaries, memes, gaming. I didn't know what I was doing. I was so lost.
That's understandable. But like when it comes to me and animation, I just felt like I felt like I would have gotten myself more lost if I quit.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. Um but yeah, so everything's going strong with your channel?
Yep, everything right now is going pretty strong.
So like yeah, if so I have so like this is like my flagship question for if I personally run out of any questions. So if you were me, what would you if you were the interviewer, what would you ask yourself about your hobby within like
About my
animation?
hobby.
Within your animation or like YouTube with like YouTube with animation.
One of my things was like, what's the point? Like, why am I doing this? But I kind of already answered that,
Yeah.
right?
That was in like the in the preset questions.
Yeah, but I honestly I don't have any questions to ask myself. I'm gonna be honest with you here.
So okay, I'm gonna ask you the most stereotypically YouTube question in the face of the planet. But what is your plans to do with the, um, what is? Freaking, someone was calling me. All right,
Oh,
which if you call me during stream, no matter who you are, that's how you get me annoyed. But yeah.
that's not good.
But to be fair, this show is later than normal. But
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Sorry. Got. But yeah. How easy is it for you to get distracted doing other things while animating? Like how
pretty
easy.
easy.
I feel like
I'd say.
yeah, I feel like there's been times where I'm like very focused on things, and then there's other times where it's like squirrel. And I'm like, ah.
It's especially during the summer, to be honest, because that's when all the cool stuff is happening. Like I have a pool in my backyard. If I'm animating, one my brother or someone will come up to me and like, let's go swimming in the pool. And I'm like, well, I was animating, but now I kind of want to go swimming. So that I get pretty distracted easily, especially in the summer because there's so many activities to do, and I don't want to be stuck inside animating. But it can get distracting.
Yeah. But but yeah, sorry. I'm just like, all right. But yeah, so yeah, you feel like during the summertime you feel less motivation to animate because but think about this. You have less IRL obligations during the summer.
That is
So you could go
that
ahead
is
and
true.
spend the time that you normally would at your IRL obligations outside. And then
Yeah,
the time that
there's
you would normally animate, you could animate because like
that's true.
um no matter who you are, there's don't matter who you are, but um there's only a certain amount of time that you could spend outside.
Yeah.
As for me, I like have on or not online but outside IRL obligations. So whenever I don't have those, I'm normally like, yes, I get to go ahead and animate now
Yeah.
because it's like so much time outside. And I also have a heat intolerance, so yeah. Gotta love not liking heat. But I managed that with like the state. But yeah, so um what other questions are there? So wait, we never fully answered this one, but story behind design of character.
Story design behind a character. Basically, I definitely. Never mind. Okay. My brain is not working right. Okay. Sorry. So basically, my friend made like art for me of my character, and it was like a 1930s guy. It was way better. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal that art style. Then I kind of like made it into my own little guy, and it honestly just became like that. And then as
Did
soon
you
like when I
base did you base Mista off of yourself?
yeah, most of it. My hair doesn't do that that in the picture because I mean, if my hair did do that, that'd be pretty weird. But I based it off me, yeah.
Okay. Um so and then can you please explain like the story of redesigns and why?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm very picky, so I have gone through many, many. If I show you my like all of my Google profile pictures, you will see the many art styles of Mista Busta.
I
I just cannot
swear.
decide on one.
I swear, you're kind of like Katsune in that sense. You're kind of like Katsune in that sense. You remember
Yeah.
when they just went through so many different art styles,
Yeah.
and then they decided, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go get top surgery.
Yep.
But yeah, I um yeah but yeah um wait, I was gonna say, are you gonna plan on doing any identity based videos? But I don't think you would really have many of those to go just based off
No,
of identity
I
based
don't have many of
videos.
those.
And then you and then you have somebody like me who literally defies any sense of normal in almost every way. Do you feel like
I wouldn't say you're not normal.
do you feel like the fact that you're do you feel like the fact that you're do you feel like you sometimes have limitations about of videos because of who you are?
There's many videos that I want to make, but I don't really have any limitations. I mean,
Like you can't make a video about coming out of the closet.
no, I cannot make a video about that. I mean, I thought about it once, but
But yeah.
I thought about it once, like a year ago, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna come out of the closet? Wait. Hold on, let me reword that. Let me reword that. So, wait, so you thought about it? Yeah.
I thought about, I thought about it one time, but I was like, no, I'm straight.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that, that I've definitely given myself videos worth of content just based off of how I am. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, do you have any last things that you wish to say about animation?
Well, there's always been this one sentence that I've always said about animation. I really like it. It's animation. It's very fun, pretty relaxing, but most importantly, it's very time consuming. That's always stuck with me.
Yeah. But yeah. So now it is time for closing announcements. I'm gonna let my guests go first. So you know how closing announcements work, unless you want me to explain it to you again.
I know what closing announcements are. I've been on the show before.
Yeah.
So, for announcements, if you're a fan of my channel or have just come across it, I'm gonna be doing a bit more animation because, well, I'm gonna try doing a bit more animation because I don't know if you know this, Pastry, but I broke my pinky, so now I have a cast.
Oh man, you were in Taz. Man,
I had a cast. Yes. So I cannot. I can barely animate. I can kind of animate, but not that good because I have been going to multiple doctor's appointments, going to multiple different things. I got surgery on Friday, which was not fun.
Yikes.
So
you can make a video about that.
I made a video about how I broke my pinky.
You could make
I never made a
You could make an animation about how the pinky surgery went.
To be honest, I don't know what I would say, but no, I'm fine right now. But honestly, my week has been crazy. So I haven't really gotten around to making videos. I just made a few random ones. But
any big announcements for your channel?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good for now. I think I'm good for now.
All right. So my announcements is this is the second to last episode of this stream season.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna go ahead and have to take 3 months off of stream shows because of viral obligation. after like next episode. So yeah, after next episode of audio games, I'm out for the season. So yeah. And then please check out my very loved 3D art video, or at least I think it got like very very like positive feedback video of like the but yeah, and also Mista, we might go a little bit past because of my closing announcements, but yeah, but yeah. So 3D art story, and then what else? The 3D art stories, please check that out. Videos, and then if you would like a pastry pred map part, please go ahead and sign up for one and join that Discord server. But only join that server if you have a piece. If you don't have a piece, I'll kick you out. Nothing against you. It's more of a productive server. And then, what else? I would like to say thank you, Mista Busta, for, joining this show, even though it pushed the slot later, which I
Yep.
just decided to go ahead and let slide because of how close we are to the end of the season. And yeah.
Again, I'm pretty sorry, but I was a bit stuck in a little problem, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad that it all worked out.
Anyway, do you have an outro?
I do not have an outro, actually.
How do you not have an outro?
I just say bye, guys. To be honest, I'm just like, bye, guys, and then my like other outro plays of like something.
I'm honest, like, I thought about changing my outro for a split second, and then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go ahead and completely split my change my outro. Guess what I thought about switching my outro to?
What was it?
You're gonna be like, oh my god, but don't tear your saws in half.
Oh my.
Oh man, you can see how we got so much mileage out of that.
That is such a weird joke.
Anyways, my actual outro is I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you